I'm sure most of you want to know where I've been and why I haven't made a video in so long. The truth is, there's some things I'm going to tell you today that are very embarrassing, and it took me a while to muster up the courage to share that information with you. I've been burnt out, I've been tired, I just haven't had the motivation to do videos. So we'll get that rectified today. One quick thing I'll touch on, I bit off way more than I can handle here by myself. I needed extra help. And because I don't speak the local language, then I'm very limited in my options where I'm located. There's not a lot of English speakers down here. And I didn't really need to take somebody on full time. So the gentleman that I have now, you're going to see a little clip of him introducing himself and telling you a little bit about himself. Probably more than you need to know, but that's okay. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Dewey.
Dewey?
Dewey.
What? Here's a little story. What were you doing the other night when we were in the bar? On your mobile phone?
I'm singing.
No, you were watching something on your mobile phone when we were at the bar. Because I looked over at your phone and I was unpleasantly surprised with...
Game horn.
Yeah, because you was drunk and horny, right?
Yes. Welcome.
One day we'll have to make a video when you sing karaoke. You really like to sing karaoke. Oh fuck, that's painful for me. Painful. And it's always, just wait Ryan, 2 more songs. I have to sing 2 more songs. Always 2 more, right? Always. Always 2 more. I have to cut you off, Dewey.
Welcome.
Why is Thailand so amazing, Dewey?
They have many things that difficult to find.
Like what?
Me. Don't forget to come to Wangpong Ryan Farm.
No, don't tell them to come here. They will bite you.
Oh no, help me, help me, help me.
Do you want to tell the story about the time that you went to the store and you almost got raped?
I scared somebody left me off.
Well, yeah, talk into the microphone so they can hear you.
I scared when I go to the shop name, it's Ryan Farm, because somebody look at me. Maybe he would like to left me. Oh no.
He what? Rape you?
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, that would
no,
be...
no.
Okay, so you were going to the store, which is about 200 meters away. About 200 meters.
I walked to the store.
Right. You walked on the small road.
Yes.
And you saw some man that looked at you like he was going to rape you.
Yes. I see him. Oh. He look at me.
And would you be angry if he raped you?
I'm not angry. I'm proud. Look at
now
me.
you're proud because a minute ago you were scared.
But
so it's
in
like,
the deep of my heart, I'm very scared. But I pray. It can be real. Is it real? Okay, okay.
Do you remember when you met me? We know each other for what, 3 months? Around 3 months? And you told me, you don't tell me you're gay.
Yes.
You hide.
Yes.
Why don't you, Banjo? Why don't you tell me that you're gay when I meet you? Why do you hide from me?
Because I'm scared. You know, I'm
Talking
scared.
to the microphone.
Because I'm scared. When Mr. Ryan know I'm gay, maybe he hate me. Because in America is somebody hurt he hate gay and he
Beat up the gay? Who does that?
I don't know. It's Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan?
Yes.
They run around and beat gay guys?
Yes.
I'll just get right into it. A couple of announcements. The tomato contest was canceled. I canceled it. I've already apologized to each of those gentlemen. It's just I couldn't keep up with everything that was going on at that time and maintain the tomato contest. Again, I've already apologized to them directly, so we'll leave that alone. Okay, so the big thing that happened is I came down with fish problems. I got a new batch of fish. I didn't quarantine them. I introduced them into the system, and those fish were sick. The diagnosis was a probable exterior parasite and for certain a bacterial infection. We started to deal with that, and the timing on it was really bad because it was a massive holiday here in Thailand. It was the beginning of a massive, like, week-long holiday. So I was emailing and trying to get a hold of who I could to get treatment or find out the treatment options that I needed to implement. I got the information and was doing additional research for dosing, and I misread the dosing. The dosing was accurate in the article that I was reading, but I misread it. And essentially I put in 10 times the amount of parasite treatment. So the good thing is I figured out how to deal with bacterial and parasite issues in this region and how it's done efficiently, cost effectively, and it does the trick. But that was my first time dealing with it. I was exhausted. I misread the information. My math was wrong. And I overdosed the parasite treatment, and I killed all of my fish. All of them. There's over 2,000 fish. I've dealt with that. I felt like an idiot, understandably. But I made a mistake. But some mistakes are just completely unacceptable. So, we had to reset the whole system because, now if you remember, I had root rot in the plants, so I had to reset all of that and find the solution to that. That's been accomplished. We're happy with where that's at. We've now restocked fish. I'm running a slightly, well, significantly smaller stocking density. I've just lost too many fish to keep screwing around, making mistakes. As some of you know, they weren't all my fault previous to that last mass genocide. So, the lesson to be learned from the fish experience is to make sure that you quarantine any incoming fish. It'll be worth its weight in gold if you actually mitigate infecting your entire system. Furthermore, they're just easier to treat in smaller environments. You can see problems before they're deadly start to come on if you're monitoring your fish correctly, and I would highly encourage everyone to do that. Aquaponics Thailand was generous enough to come to my aid when I had problems. But anyways, Robert helped me out in that instance, and I want to give him a public thank you for that, and brought down an old, well, not old, but it was some used gear that he had from a system that he took down, and knew I was up shit creek, and brought me down a quick fix so I could get up an emergency quarantine system. Additionally, while we're on the subject of Aquaponics Thailand, I've got 50 more towers here that I've expanded to, so now I have nearly 100 towers. I think it's 96 towers. So that was a nice expansion. And then also the towers are going to be, I'm not directly involved. My understanding is they will be very shortly physically available in the United States. I will put the link in the description and the link on the video for Grow Hardy, where you can, I think it's growhardy.com, and they are the current North American distributor. I don't know what the prices are or anything like that. You got to go check it out. I got to go turn the water off. Alright, the economics of this whole project have been pretty difficult. Just be prepared to spend some time trying to figure out where your market really is. I've tried several things, whether it's being very competitively priced, and that was okay, and then I noticed that I was losing sales because I wasn't diversified enough. But then I diversified more and grew different things and more things, because people would show up and say, well, if you had some of this and had some of that, I would like that also, but I didn't have it. But then when you start diversifying, you'll find that the same people that asked for those things on that day are no longer interested in purchasing those things tomorrow. So they'll call you again and say, hey, do you have tomatoes, for example? Well, no, I don't, but I have the eggplants and the cucumbers or whatever that you had asked for. Oh, well, okay, well, give me a call or let me know when you have tomatoes again. So now you're sitting on time, money, energy that's gone into another crop because people told you they wanted it, and then they don't really want it. Or they'll buy it once and, you know, they're like, oh, it was okay, it wasn't great, eggplant's not delicious like I thought it was. things like that. So it takes some patience, it takes some creativity, and you know, that's fine. Okay, the heat is a problem. It is hot as fuck out here. It's hot, it's uncomfortable, it's humid. There's very little relief at nighttime. With the insect netting, I don't have insect problems at all, even with the heat, but the airflow is minimized drastically, and I don't have any ventilation, I don't have any fans, so the humidity levels get very high in there and stuff like that. Maybe next year I'll look at putting in some evaporative cooling or fans and misters or something. We'll see. It's not on the priority list right now because we are working towards the cooler season, and that will be greatly welcomed. I was really tired of growing tomatoes. It's way too hot to grow tomatoes. I wasn't getting any fruit. There was no pollination happening. What did pollinate was defective typically. They would ripen very early. And I know without a certain of a doubt that I had severe root rot issues in my Dutch buckets, you know, 3 and 6 months ago when I was growing tomatoes. That obviously did not help my production or my yield. I now know how to deal with that. But right now I'm growing, literally every bucket has a melon in it, some kind of melon. And I'm very, very pleased with the way those things grow in the heat. I don't have any experience in growing melons. They're all a few different cantaloupe varieties or some variant of a cantaloupe. And I'll take you out there and let you see them. They're being grown hydroponically. But they just handle the heat so incredibly well. The roots are very, very seemingly naturally resistant to any type of Pythium. Now granted, I've treated all the roots with trichoderma, but still they demonstrate a very strong resiliency to any type of root setback whatsoever. They don't wilt in the heat, they're drinking a lot of water. Those 200 plants are consuming upwards of 700 liters of water per day, to give you an idea, and they don't even all have fruit set on them yet. The heirloom melons that are the largest went in first. They're Kajaris, and they're doing very well. I will definitely grow them again, assuming I can get the fruit to taste as good as I want it to. But I'm very pleased. The seed germination was excellent. The growth is excellent, and the production is pretty good as well. Now keep in mind I'm hand pollinating all of these melons, which is also another kind of a sucky job, but I have 0 outside pollinators except for maybe some ants or something, but not enough to guarantee that the trick is getting done. So Dewey spends a lot of his time pollinating melons as well. Okay, I'll take you guys out to the greenhouse and show you the melons. Alright, this is our melon forest. Dewey's going to give us a tour because he takes care of all these melons, don't you? So, I don't remember even what these things are called off the top of my head. I got the seeds locally. I know they're an imported cantaloupe. They're not a local melon, but I do know for sure that these are Kajaris on the left, and they're tall. That roof, to give you an idea, at its highest point is about 5 meters. And they're already, so that would be approximately 15 feet. They're tall as fuck. It's pretty incredible. And there's a lot of fruit that is set in here. Where's the fruit, Dewey? Here's some fruit.
Yes.
Yeah, you got one there. It's all over the place, guys. There's probably, how many melons do you see? 20? 20, 30? Something like that. So, interestingly, these ones did not set a lot of fruit at the bottom, but as soon as they hit like the middle tier of the plant, they started setting a lot of fruit. And these ones have got fruit on them too. These other varieties, whatever they are. So we'll see how they do. I know we had some test melons. Dewey, go down to the ones that are almost finished. And I grew just like 5 or 6 test melons just to see how they do in this Dutch bucket setup. And they've done really well. So if you're tired of tomatoes, give the melons a try. That's like a traditional standard one, cantaloupe. This one's orange or yellow. So we'll see how they taste soon enough. I did taste a few. The sweetness wasn't quite where I needed it to be, but that could be a potassium issue. Alternatively, I might have been just giving them too much water. So we'll keep experimenting and figure it out. But melons are fun, guys. They grow like crazy. They grow super fast. A lot of these runners on the stuff on the ground, I cut those off. But this hasn't had maintenance in about 2 days. It was 2 days when we last take care of the melons, right?
Yes.
2 or 3 days?
2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days,
Yes.
and they're just already overgrown. So, but they're tons of fun. It's a nice change of pace from tomatoes, and they really seem to do super well in intensive heat on a hydroponic grow. Yeah, there's lots of fruit down there. 2 fruits. I have had what appears to be a little bit of mildew issues. Like there's a leaf down there that looks like mildew to me, but I just cut them off as they become infected, and I haven't had a severe outbreak yet, so I think we'll be okay there too. Yeah, so these are actually setting fruit already too, which is great, because nearly every plant has 1 or 2 fruit set, which is all we're really looking for, or that's all I'm looking for. What is it? Oh, yes. Perfect. Alright guys, that's it. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. I really like comments, so give me one of those as well. Dewey, do you have any final words? Do you have any words? Anything you want to say?
Happy when I see melon grow very fast.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
Because you take care of them, right?
I love to take care of them.
The melons?
The melon.
Good. Good. I like it when you take care of the melons also, because that means I don't have to do it.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. You have a little dance or anything you want to do? There you go. Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. See you guys.